One of the things that haunts me, because I'm 36 and I'm single, is what the hell is wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And for some reason, the last month, I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, what is so wrong with me that I can't make something work? And, you know, the two loves of my life, I had children with them. They broke my heart, like big broke my heart, you know? And my two older kids, their dad, I met him when I was like 22, I think. And he'd come home and I'd be all excited to show him, like, look what I made, honey. I like got this recipe and da-da-da-da. And he'd take a bath, and like, he's a bath guy, and I'd sit on the toilet and we'd talk, and he was one of the loves of my life. And it got to the point where he's like, get the out of the bathroom, Dana. I don't want to talk to you. Can't you just leave me be? What's wrong with you that you always have to be at my ass? And I was like, but I thought me sitting on the toilet talking to you was like our time. Like, this is our thing. It's our thing. You used to love this. You used to love me doing this. And I would like drop hints. We'd go to church and the sermon would be like straight for him, you know? And I'd be like praying to God, God, please let him hear this sermon. Let him hear this sermon. And after the sermon, I'd be like, what'd you think of it? What'd you think? Do you like church? And he'd be like, I'm hungry. Can we just go? Little tiny breaks like that, you know? It changes you. And then you're broken from that. And then you go to another relationship and you fall in love with that person. And the betrayal is even bigger. I remember like after I got hit, I was like, what do I do now? I'm supposed to leave him, but what do I do? I can't leave him. I love him so much. And I didn't even have the power ultimately to leave him. No, he left me. He took my dignity and then he left me. And you do all the things. You do the codependent no more. You do the workbook. You read. You pray. You go to church. You ask for healing. You go to therapy. You go to therapy every week. I had to pay $100 a week for therapy. I did that for a year and a half. Went every single week. And then I'm still walking around like with an emptiness. I'm like, okay, I'm better. But there's a void still. And I'm praying to God like, God, fill me, fill me, fill me. And then you go numb. You go completely effing numb. But you have this longing. You're like, but I want to be with somebody. I want to have a life with somebody. And my two older kids are going to be teenagers soon. And they'll be out of the house before I know it. And I'll still be pacing around this effing house, sad and alone, I fear, because I'm so scared to love that I won't. I push it all away, you know? Or I subconsciously choose emotionally unavailable men because they're safe. And this is the only thing really in my life that I like wish I could go back to. Like, I wish I could go back to the old Dana. I wish I could go back to the girl that could be vulnerable. And if he wanted to take a bath, I would just go and plop on the toilet seat and be like, hey, tell me about your day. I love you. Like, let's love each other, you know? And I don't think I can ever do that again. And I fear I will be left this way forever. Or I will settle for a relationship that I'm not getting fulfilled, but he doesn't hit me. And so I can have somebody that sleeps next to me at night.
Okay, it sounds to me like she legit said that she has been in 2 marriages with kids from both of those marriages. Something's wrong, man. Yeah, dude. Red flag. Seems like a good woman, seems like a supportive woman, but also seems like a woman who dates chads, right? That's how you end up with this result, where the guy doesn't want to sit and you're annoying him because he's on the toilet. Like, I don't know. I mean, personally, I don't care how hot the chick is. I would not want her talking to me while I'm on the toilet doing my business, right? I need that privacy, man. So, yeah, and another thing I noticed about this chick is she's done, oh my gosh, these chicks and the stupid lips, right? She's done the lips, man. Why? Why, girl? Why? Right? You're not a bad looking girl. You don't need to do that. I mean, that's also another red flag right there, is she doesn't accept herself. Because whenever I see chicks with plastic surgery, I just, you know, I immediately think low self-esteem, hates herself, doesn't love what God gave her. You know, you have to work with what God gave you, man. And she seems to be a woman of faith. What are you doing injecting your lips? Are you saying you're not happy with what God gave you? Or are you saying he was wrong? Because I disagree. God is not wrong, right? This is why I don't do plastic surgery. I had one of my followers is a plastic surgeon in Encino, which is the town over from Sherman Oaks where I was living. And so he was like, come on in, man, just come in, you know, free consultation. And I was like, okay, sure, why not? I came in. And he was like, I could fix these bags right here. Oh, I could, you know, euthanize this on you and, you know, and tighten this. And, you know, I mean, I was like, yeah, I think I'm okay. And he was my age, but he looked 10 years younger than me. And I was like, my thinking is once you do that to your face, it kind of screws up your face and just the normalcy of it, right? My ex from 2006, right? She was really just naturally beautiful. Probably one of the most beautiful, naturally beautiful girls that I dated. I dated many, but she was one of the top ones, right? She went and did plastic surgery, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or so, whatever. Now, she just kind of looks like Frankenstein. I mean, it's really creepy. It's like when I get haters and stuff who are like, hey, you mentioned that ex from 2006, man, not over it. And I said, no, I actually am, because it just gets me clicks these days. Why do you keep mentioning that? I'm like, because the algorithm tells me, and anytime I go ex from 2006, the clicks go up. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it. But regardless, it is true. I'm like, there's no way, aside from what she did, I mean, now what she did to her face, you might have had exes who've done the same. It's very creepy, man. So girls, don't do the plastic surgery. It's creepy and it scares children. Next clip.
I'm so over men and their lack of effort when it comes to dating. Seriously. So I went on a first date a few days before Thanksgiving and we hit it off. Really great conversation. We laughed a lot and we have a lot in common. So when we ended the night, we agreed we would like to see each other again. Awesome. I told him I had family in town for the holiday, so I wouldn't be free until Monday. So we texted here and there over the weekend, not a lot, which is totally fine with me. I don't like endless texting. It's annoying. So he messaged me this morning and he wanted to see how my weekend was, all of that. And then I get this from him. Okay, pause to read. Am I going crazy here? But when does one date is the equivalent to making somebody decent? Like, come on, seriously? Like, I put in so much effort. Like, what did you do? You took me on one date and I'm not comfortable going to your house or having you come to my house after one date. Like, I just don't get it. Why are men so averse to putting in effort and doing the freaking work? Like, if you want a quality woman, you have to actually put in the work. And when you set boundaries, to me, that's just exposing a fragile male ego. And I'm very grateful that he showed that's who he is to me now, before I even went on another date with him. But I just sat there, I had to laugh when I read the message because who says that? I'm tired of proving my decency. Okay, one date does not prove that you're a decent person. Ugh, so over it. I might have to take a break from dating for a while.
Yeah, the problem in her case is that the guy knows he doesn't need to put in that much effort for other women, and he's not going to do it for her. I don't know what these women don't understand, but another case of going for a dude out of your league. Simple as that. Just figure out how to turn the lights on. Just got this car. But yeah, she's just going for another dude that is out of her league. So how about you start going for dudes that are on your level and you won't have this problem where they expect you to come over after one date. Also, it depends what you did that date, man. Maybe you guys feel comfortable. Maybe, he was thinking oh, okay, this is on, right? Let's do this. But apparently she wants more effort. She wants more dinners. She wants more courting. It's lady, man, you're in your 40s, man. You're only going to get so much courting. I think one date is sufficient here. And he wasn't asking you to come over wearing a nightie. He was like, just come over and we'll crack open a bottle of wine. I mean, yeah, I get that she doesn't want to go over his house like after the first date. I mean, it's kind of dangerous. She doesn't really know this guy. She could end up like, she could end up on a forensics file episode. Sorry, the lights are going down, guys. This is the last video of the day here. So I get why she doesn't want to do that. But I mean, again, man, the chick's 40. I mean, you're not going to have too many options like this in the future. So I suggest that you take advantage of it, lady, while you can. Next clip.
For a long time, I thought that my type in guys was just objectively attractive, charismatic guys covered in tattoos. So when I started giving a chance to like regular, clean-cut pretty boys, and I kept getting the same result, I was so confused. And I was wondering, like, how can these guys be so different, appearance-wise and interest, but they end up the same? And then I realized my type is actually the worst type of guy of all. It's men who work in sales. They're obviously really good at being manipulative and charismatic and objectively attractive. They have a lot of prospects and they are very good at staying on top of their leads. I'm not kidding you. I don't remember a time in my 20s that I was dating someone who didn't work in sales. I don't know how I didn't put this together. I will not be hearing anyone that says it's a me problem. I just need a new type.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with dating a dude who's been in sales. I mean, I was in sales for a long time. It gives you a lot of great skills. This is why I suggest every guy out there do sales for at least a little while, right? I started with selling cars when I was in college. I did it for a summer. It was very difficult. It's very tough. But however, I got good at it and I developed communication skills. I learned how to talk to people, how to communicate value, why people would buy such, a large item like a car, the same day same day they come on a lot, and it's just all about communicating value. So I don't know who she's dating, but yeah, the skills can be used to manipulate. They could be used to take advantage of people. However, yeah, why are you attracting those guys? Because I know a lot of great salespeople who are not like that, and they're all about the product. They believe in the product. They believe in what they're selling, and they want a win-win scenario, right? That's what they want. I mean, me these days, when I do business, I want to feel good, but I also want the other person to feel good, like they didn't get shafted. I bought this Lamborghini. I was working on the deal 2 months with this. 2 months with them, okay? We were working on this for 2 months, and so many times it was about to fall through, right? But we were getting to the point where it finally closed, to make a long story short, and we both felt good. Like, I felt like, okay, I got a good deal, and they didn't get shafted, right? It was a win-win. We were happy. They were happy to get rid of the car, sell it to me, because there's not too many people walking around with the kind of cash to buy a car like this, right? Straight out. I don't do financing, by the way. I sold that. I always sell that in my deal too. Like, hey, I'm not getting financing, whether I'm buying a house or a car. I don't do financing. I know it's really old school. I'm a student of Dave Ramsey. I just like to have no debt. I like to pay things in cash. I paid this car in cash. I know cars well, by the way, so don't think like, oh, he lies to spend his money on that, he's gonna lose money. No, because you guys said the same thing about my DeLorean, and it doubled in value after 2 years, right? One of my first businesses was buying and selling luxury cars, so I know how to buy these cars for the right price. This is why it took 2.5 months to close the deal. I wanted the car. I know how to look for a limited production car, which this car is a limited production car. It's not just a regular Gallardo. It's a final edition, 50th anniversary. It's in Rosso Festo Red, which is the rarest color for this vehicle. It's a $15,000 option. The dealer, they didn't really put much weight into that, and I knew what this car was, and they didn't, right? So even this car, I can easily turn and flip it for another 30K, maybe even 50K if I hold on to it, right? I did well. I still paid well over 6 figures for this vehicle. Well over 6 figures, because I knew what it was, and I had to have it. Right? It's like my DeLorean. My DeLorean, like 9,000 original miles when I bought that car a few years ago. I mean, now it's like worth over 100 grand. I wouldn't be surprised if it catches this car in value, in the next 5 years. But regardless, this is a special car. And when I did the deal, I mean, I'm a salesman, they're a salesman. There was a lot of negotiating back and forth. And really what we came to, the ultimate solution we came to was like, hey, I want to feel good at the price I'm buying it, but I want you to feel good at the price you're selling it. And it was just a gentleman's agreement. It was like, okay, yeah, we could do that, right? So not all salespeople are bad. I think she's just had bad experiences because she's going for guys who are like selling, you know, Amway or something like that. And it's just the guys she's picking. But like she said, oh, it's not a me problem. It is a you problem. It is. It totally is your problem. You're picking these guys. You're letting them between your legs, right? You are the gatekeeper when it comes to sex. Why are you letting them between your legs if they're scumbags, right? Take some responsibility. Anyway, lights are going down, guys. As always, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below, and I'll see you there in my comments. Until next time.
All right, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out here with the Lamborghini. Yes, it's my Lambo. Go to Matt Cross Official, my IG, see the entire process of me purchasing this vehicle. It took about 2 months to close, and the same guy who delivered my DeLorean also delivered my Lamborghini. TJ at Florida Exotic Transport. If you ever need to transport a muscle car, exotic car, he's your man. So very excited about this vehicle. It's actually a pretty rare find. It's Rossifesto Red, which is one of the rarest colors for Lamborghini. It's a $14,880 option, believe it or not. I was on a hunt for one for over 2 years, just like I was my DeLorean. Finally found one. It's got super low miles, 11K, not bad. And we're gonna be featuring this car a lot more here on the channel for many years to come. This is gorgeous, isn't it? Whew. Oh my gosh, take a look at this. It hasn't dried yet, but I'm still putting this on there. It's my IG tag. But as always, gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button. Smash that like button below. Do it for the Lamborghini and the DeLorean. I still have it, by the way. I'm not selling the DeLorean. I'll probably keep this car for a little bit, but DeLorean is gonna stay. So we'll get the DeLorean back on here pretty soon. But enjoy the Lamborghini. And again, smash the like button. Smash that subscribe button as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there into the world and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making it happen every single week. And I want you to become one of us. I want you to join us. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me in Mastery. So take advantage of it. It's the best way to support my work. If you love what I'm doing here, if you love what I'm teaching you here, and you feel like I've added value to your life, this is the best way to pay me back. Get into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out with the Lambo. Till next time. Whew, so sweet.